finding new ways to transport ourselves from one place to another, that's a challenge. Well, CalSTART, John Boesel, tell us how you guys are helping to solve that challenge.
Well, we have 150 member companies that are part of CalSTART. Companies like Tesla, General Motors, Ford, and then on the fleet side, FedEx, UPS, and many others. And we're all working to build the clean transportation technologies industry. A key part of that is public policy, getting public policy right. We're also working with companies to develop, demonstrate, and test out their technology. And then there's also a lot of information and analysis that's really important to help move the industry forward.
Now, companies come to you, startups and so forth. What sort of companies are you seeing that are kind of the hot area these days?
Well, I think here in Silicon Valley, of course, Tesla is the rock star. You know, we've got almost 9,000 Tesla employees in California, which is really exciting. Tesla is really helping to drive change in the automotive industry. We're also working with Proterra, which is an electric bus startup company. They have an R&D facility in Burlingame, doing some very exciting things and being a leader in the bus market. And then we think once they're successful there, we'll see that technology migrate into the trucking industry, which is much bigger. And then another firm that's a CalSTART member is Motiv, which is in Fremont, and they are building electric drivetrains, and they want to be the Cummins of electric drivetrain, meaning for the truck manufacturers, they want to be the supplier of that zero-emission electric drivetrain.
Are they looking at long haul or kind of short haul in town type stuff?
I think for a Motiv, and we'll initially see there are a lot of trucks and then buses that operate on fairly fixed routes, and we'll see them used in those applications. And then as battery technology gets better, we'll see them operate on longer and longer routes.
Now, from a policy perspective, what sort of policy changes are you seeing that your members need?
Well, one policy that is California has several policies that are incredibly important. One is we have a zero-emission vehicle mandate, so the car companies have to build a certain amount of electric vehicles and sell them. That one's really important. Secondly is California has the cap and trade program, and that program generates revenue by taxing the emitters of greenhouse gas emissions. And then that money is used to provide incentives for the purchase of electric cars, trucks, and buses.
And so right now that tax, is it extended to gasoline? We just had a conversation about internal combustion engines.
Right now the cap and trade program puts basically a tax on the 400 largest stationary emitters of greenhouse gas in California. And the challenge right now is that because of world oil and supply demand economics, we have really low price oil. And we need some kind of policy signal that will encourage consumers to move away from polluting gasoline and diesel toward more efficient drivetrains and lower carbon fuels.
Well, we just heard on this panel that we're looking at really just a few years for electric to be competitive at multiple levels without tax credits, right?
Well, I think that tax credits will still be there, but what's really exciting is the innovation in battery technology. And we're going to see in 2017 the new norm will be an electric vehicle with a 200-mile range and at a price of about $30,000 after the federal tax credit. Now compare that to my Nissan Leaf that I bought in 2011, about that same price at about 100-mile or less range. So in a short period of time, about 6 years, seeing a doubling of range for electric vehicles. And I think once you get that 200, 150-mile range, it's going to become a lot more viable for a lot more people.
Excellent. Well, and look forward to seeing that future. So, John, thank you for your time.
My pleasure. Thank you.